नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रतारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणी। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya. 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Giridhari, Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Giridhari, Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Baki Bihari, Radha Baki Bihari Radhe. जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधा बांके बिहारी राधे। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्, नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्, नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोकी। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 14, verse number 18. So we'll recite the verses with translation and then we'll look at each verse. We'll discuss purport given by Srila Prabhupada, followed by Mangalachari. Chapter 14, verse number 17. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam rajso lobha eva cha pramada moha tamaso bhavato jnanam eva cha. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance, develop foolishness, madness, and illusion. Verse number 18. Udham gachanti sattvastha madhye tishthanti rajasa jaghanya guna vrittistha adho gachanti tamasa. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets. And those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds. Verse number 19. Nanyam gunevya karitaram yada drashtanupashyati gunevyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. When one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work, then these modes of nature and he knows the Supreme Lord. He who is transcendental to all these modes, he attains my spiritual nature. Verse number 20. Gunan etani atitya trin dehi samudbhavam dehi deha samudbhavam janma mrityu jara dukhair vimukta to amritam ashnute. When the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses, and can enjoy nectar even this is life. Verse number 21. Arjuna uvacha कैरलिङ्गेश तृणगुणान् एतान् अतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारः कथं चैतां तृणगुणान् अतिवर्तते अर्जुन उवाच कैरलिङ्गेश तृणगुणान् एतान् अतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारः कथं चैतां तृणगुणान् अतिवर्तते. Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature? Verse number 20 to 25. Sri Bhagavan uvacha prakasam cha pravittim cha moham eva cha pandava na dveshti sampravittani na nivrittani kanchati udasina vadasino gunairyo na vichalyate gunavartant etevam yovatisthati nengate समदुःख सुख स्वस्थ समलोष्टाश्म कांचनः तुल्य प्रिया प्रियो धीरस् तुल्य निंदात्म संस्तुति माना अपमानयोस्तुल्यस् तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयो सर्वारंभ परित्यागी गुणातीतः स उच्यते. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion, when they are present or long for them, when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal toward the desirable and undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. Verse number 26. Mam chayo vyabhicharen bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samtityetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at one transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Verse number 27. Brahmano hi patisthayam amritastasya avyayasya saswatasya cha dharmasya sukhaisya kantikashkasya cha. And I am the basis of impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahi Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश नमा ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Welcome everyone once again in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 14, verse number 18. So first we'll see about verse number 17, what we have discussed last time. So verse number 17 talks about results of action in the different modes: passion, goodness, ignorance. Verse number 17. सत्वात् संजायते ज्ञानं रजसो लोभ एव च प्रमाद मोह तमसो भवतो ज्ञानम एव च. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance, develop foolishness, madness, and illusion. So, in verse number 17, results of action of three modes, passion, goodness, and ignorance, is described. So, when passion increases, greed develops. So, one who is hankering behind material things, he is in passionate. I want to win the game. I want to achieve a lot of success. Okay, so all these kind of thinking comes under passion. The man is in passionate. So like those who are big cricketer, they comes under passionate mode. Star, Bollywood movie, Hollywood movie, they all comes under passion. They want to have lot of fame and name and wealth. So greedy and always hankering for sense gratification. The one who is great always want to satisfy that greed. Okay, so greed never stops a passionate person. So the one who is in passion mode is neither in happiness nor peace of mind, because he is hankering always the material things. Then the one who is in goodness, what happens? From goodness, real knowledge develops. So if you are doing good things, if you are doing lot of activity, but you are not expecting any result or fruits of action out of it, it means your karma, your activities are surrendered unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So in this case, the one who is performing, the one who is in goodness mode will be happy and peace of mind and prosperous. And the last one who is in ignorance, what will happen? The one who is in ignorance develops illusion, madness, and foolishness. Okay, so neither he is in goodness mode or passion. There are activities lying in front of him, but he doesn't want to perform. So lazy. No knowledge, irresponsible, cannot see things as they are. Being distressed, take shelter of intoxication. Okay, the one who is not performing any activities at all, what will happen? Somehow he has to pass the time. So he will start intoxication. Okay, so that is the verse number 70. So, how people act in mode of ignorance? The one who is in ignorance doesn't see things as they are. So, he must be involved in animal killing, doesn't have any kind of kindness. The one who doesn't have kindness will kill the animal, can only kill the animal. And ignorance, this ignorance makes him mad and always distressed by various circumstances. One who takes shelter of intoxication and sinks further down, further his future is very, very dark. So the one who is living in ignorance, his future is in dark. And those who are in passion, how they act? Passion makes one greedy, an unlimited hankering for sense enjoyment. The one who is passionate, always hankering behind the material things. So he wants to have lot of name, fame, wealth. Although all these Shad Aishwarya, opulences, belong to Lord Krishna. It means whatever Krishna has, he desires. So whatever Krishna desires, he doesn't desire. But whatever he desires, he wants to fulfill it, hankering behind sense gratification. Passionate mind devise so many plans and schemes to acquire money to maintain his status quo. Okay, so he must belong to a hi-fi life. And to live happily in hi-fi life, one needs lot of money, lot of wealth. So all 24 hours he is thinking about money. How I can attain, how can I obtain such a great amount of money to live my life happily. And this way happiness never comes. And he is always hankering behind the sense gratification. Even if one has money, he will neither be happy nor have peace of mind because he wants again more. So this is the greed. This is the greed which is developed by passion. And greed never satisfies. You have 1 crore today, you want to have 4, 5, make it 5 crore. So that kind of hankering for sense gratification. Okay, so their occupations are very, very much troublesome. So how to stop irresponsible activities and benefit the current civilization? You have to educate to stop irresponsible behavior. People are not aware about Sanatana Dharma. People are not aware about Varnashram Dharma. That's why they are unaware about Krishna. They can never understand Krishna. Even we Even sadhus cannot understand Krishna, but at least they try to understand Krishna. So that is the kind of mode of goodness. Okay, so education makes them sober and one knows things as they are. So education is very, very important for Sanatan Dharma, for Varnashram Dharma, for Satsang. Okay, so then one becomes happy and prosperous. The one who is in knowledge can feel that he is happy. Why? Because the one who is in knowledge about Krishna, he always works for Krishna. He doesn't desire, he doesn't fulfill his own desire, he fulfills Krishna's desire. And what will happen if one doesn't take this education? You can attain a percent of Krishna consciousness and become situated in the mode of goodness. Then there is peace and prosperity all over. Otherwise, what will happen? Under passion and ignorance, there will be no peace of mind and prosperity. So, if at all you want to attain peace of mind, you have to attain Krishna consciousness. You have to do satsanga. You have to do Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. You have to follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So, Guru and Sadhu and Shastra, these are three very, very important part of our life. If you visit temple, you donate, you do seva, you meet devotees. And God, Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna, one day will send one Guru for you, specially. And that Guru will transform your entire life. So why Krishna consciousness is helpful? Because one will develop the mode of goodness in this society. So for that purpose, knowledge is required, and that too knowledge about Krishna. Then goodness happens. If goodness happens, what will happen? In this society, you will attain success. You will start looking at things as they are. And happiness is only and only possible in goodness by practicing Krishna consciousness, not just by earning money. By earning money, you can never attain happiness. But by following Krishna consciousness, by following Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, you can attain happiness, 100% happiness. Why? Because you are serving for happiness of Krishna. That is the actual Krishna consciousness. But for that, we need to have education. Then we can implement that education in Krishna consciousness. That is the verse number 17. Verse number 18. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasah jaghanya guna vrittistha adho gachanti tamasah. Adho gachanti tamasah. What are the destination? Based on different modes. If you are in goodness, what is the destination? If you are in passion, what is the destination? If you are in ignorance, what is the destination? Krishna consciousness is the only system and opportunity to elevate one to a higher mode of goodness. So, if you perform Krishna consciousness, you can attain happiness. You can work in goodness. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. So if you perform certain activities and if that is in goodness mode, you will be promoted to higher planetary systems. So according to the mode of degree of goodness, one can go to different upper planetary systems. So you can worship Surya Dev, you can go to sun planet. You can worship moon god, you can go to moon planet. Likewise, there are different n number of planetary systems. You can worship and you can go there. But once Shine Punye Martyalokam, once your good things are finished, again you will be thrown into this material world. And those who are in passion, what will happen? They will enjoy here on this earthly planet because they are living in greed, and greed is never satisfied. So those in the mode of passion live on this earthly planet only. Passion is usually mixed between goodness and ignorance. There are certain things they will ignore. And there are certain things by default they will do good, knowingly or unknowingly. So even if pure passion remains on earth as a king or as a rich man, otherwise may go down, may go mad in the next life. One cannot forcibly go to higher planets. Okay, so sometimes he performs good things, sometimes he performs bad things because of ignorance. So the one who is in ignorance can never perform good things because of madness, illusion, foolishness, laziness. Okay, these are all things hankering behind it, caught hold of that particular person. Okay, then the third one is the ignorance. So those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds. Their destination, those who are living in ignorance, their destination is hellish world. They go down to the lower planetary systems. They are living a life of lowest quality. And their results are very, very much risky. And sometimes it may happen that they may not be able to survive. Why? Because the things are lying behind him, but he is so lazy, uneducated, madness, illusion, that he cannot pick up that things for his own goodness. Because of ignorance mode, because of laziness or whatever. So according to the degree, one comes to any one of 8 million spaces. 8 million spaces. Tamasaha. So those who continue to stay in ignorance without rising to the higher modes have a very dark future. So those who are living in ignorance, their future is always in dark. They can never go to the higher planetary systems because of their madness, foolishness, illusion, and laziness, they are not able to perform good activities. Because good activities only can help you to go to the higher planetary systems. So this is the all destination based on their different modes. So goodness, those who are living in goodness, they will go to higher planetary systems. Those who are living in passion, they will still live on this earthly planet. And those who are living in ignorance mode, they will go to hellish world, lower planetary systems. Then from verse number 19 to 27. We are going to discuss how to transcend these three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. One transcends all three modes by knowing that all activities take place under the control of modes and by understanding Krishna's position as a transcendental to the modes. So Krishna is beyond all these three modes of nature. If you understand Krishna, you will be also living beyond these three modes of nature. Now Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, in verse number 21, what are the qualities of a person, those who are living in goodness mode? And how, by means of which they can transcend the life, they can transcend the three modes of material nature. Krishna answers in verse number 25 to 25, he tells what are the symptoms of a person, those who are living in goodness. Those who are performing the things with selfless mode, without illusion, attachment, illumination, happiness, distress, praiseworthy, infamy, friends or enemies. So they are not in duality. Those who are in goodness mode, they are not in duality. Or there must be percentage, but very, very minor. So the means one who unfailingly engages in full devotional service transcends the three modes of material nature. And one comes to the Brahman platform, the constitutional position of happiness. And Krishna is the source of all that Brahman. Okay, so Krishna is the reservoir of entire opulences. Name, fame, beauty, strength, wealth, all these. And name, fame, beauty, wealth, renunciation, all these six opulences belongs to Krishna. If you are a devotee, you can understand all these concepts. If you are a devotee, it means you have surrendered in front of or unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Krishna. So, from verse number 19 to 27, we are going to discuss that. Then, platform of real knowledge. Okay, so Arjuna had some question. Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, please tell me, what are the symptoms those who are in goodness mode? Verse number 19. Nanyam gunebhyah kartaram yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param veti madbhavam sodhigacchati. When one properly sees that in all activities, no other performer is at work than these modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental to all these modes, he attains my spiritual nature. When one sees things as they are, when one knows me, that I am the only creator, I am the only cause of manifestation and the manifestation, he attains my spiritual nature. So what is the platform of real knowledge? Three modes perform all material activities. The Supreme Lord is transcendental to all these modes and control all these three modes. So we are all like puppet. We are run by three modes of material nature. And how can one transcend these modes? Okay, so one can transcend these three modes of nature by understanding the difference between soul, super soul. The original position of living entities and Krishna. So we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So we all should work for Krishna. We should not work for our happiness. We should work for happiness of Krishna. Who is the real spiritual master? The real spiritual master is Krishna. The one who is giving instruction, telling Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So, therefore, learn this science. This science is the greatest of all sciences. This knowledge is greatest. knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, knowledge of Bhagavatam, knowledge of Chaitanya. These knowledge are greatest of all knowledge. So this is the spiritual science. This is not material science. So one must understand this knowledge from Krishna. If you are listening from your Acharya, Guru, the one who belongs to Parampara, indirectly you are listening from Krishna only. Because this knowledge is originated from Krishna. And this knowledge is given by Krishna. So we are directly hearing from Krishna only. Understand your real position. Understand your real relationship between Krishna and you. Try to understand how we are entrapped in these three modes of material nature. If you understand, you will be automatically established in Krishna consciousness by the help of spiritual master's instructions. Why? Because the spiritual masters are self-realized soul. They have attained Atma Sakshatkar. And the one who has attained Atma Sakshatkar can only tell you so that you can understand. The one who doesn't have practical experience cannot explain. So our acharyas, those belong to Parampara, they are all educated. They are all self-realized soul. Jnaninas tattva darsina. Only self-realized soul can educate you. The one who has practical knowledge. So this is the spiritual science, not material science. The spiritual science means it is originated from Krishna. Dharmam tu sakshad. So Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only Krishna can help you to go home back to Godhead. If you are eligible to go home back to Godhead, Krishna will send one Guru Acharya, Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. You will be automatically attached to satsang, associated with devotee, associated with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. And by that you can transcend these three modes of material nature. Verse number 20. Verse number 20. Gunan aitan atityatrin dehi deha samudbhavan janma mrityu jara dukhair vimukto amritam ashnute. When the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses, and can enjoy nectar even in this life. If you can understand the relationship between Krishna and living entities, you can transcend the three modes of material nature. Okay, so what are the results of transcending these three modes? One becomes liberated, freedom from distress, become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses. It is rightly mentioned in chapter number 18. Gunana etana tityatrin dehi deha samudbhavam janma mrityu dukha janma mrityu jara dukha vimukto mritam ashnute. Okay, so one can relish nectar even in this life, enjoys life on a spiritual platform. So nectar is only in a spiritual life. Okay, in Kali Yuga also, in material world, people say that there is a nectar, this is a nectar, that is a nectar. No, real nectar can only be obtained in spiritual world. If you have knowledge about Krishna. If you are living a happy life by doing devotional service, that happy is actually a nectar. So how is one able to transcend these three modes? By performing devotional service, by attaining Krishna consciousness, by associating with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, by following Acharyas, by following Gurus. Sadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Okay, so by following acharyas, guru and sadhu and sat, because they are self-realized soul. Jnaninas tattvadarshinaha, because they are self-realized soul. They can only guide you. In Bhagavad Gita, verse number 14 to 20 explains how to release transcendental position even in this body. Dehi indicates even within the material body. By advancement in spiritual knowledge, one can be free from the modes of material nature. One can enjoy happiness of spiritual life even in this body. If you follow Krishna consciousness, if you follow devotional service, if you associate with devotees, if you follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, one can enjoy happiness of spiritual life even in this body. Till one goes to spiritual sky where there is full happiness available. Okay, so by performing goodness, you can progress towards to Krishna consciousness. You can transcend your life from death, birth, death, old age and disease. Verse number 21. Arjuna uvacha कैरलिंगैस तृणगुणान एतान अतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारः कथं चैतां तृणगुणान अतिवर्तते. Arjuna inquired, "O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes?" So what is his behavior? How does he transcend the modes of nature? So what is Arjuna's question? What are the symptoms of one who has transcended the three modes? How I can identify, how one can identify a person, one who has transcended the three modes of material nature? How he behaves? What are his behaviors? And how does he transcend the three modes? What are the qualities? So even we can follow and transcend these three modes of material nature. So Arjuna's question is very, very much genuine. Okay, so let's see answer. Verse number 22 to 25. So Lord Krishna answers two questions: symptoms and behavior. So what are the symptoms of transcendence? First question: a soul who has become liberated by cultivating knowledge of the modes of nature, it detached from matter and the pushing of the modes. And behavior, dealings of one transcendental these three modes. So Krishna first indicates that such a person is free from envy and hankering. So the one who is free from these three modes of material nature is, first symptom is he has no envy. He is not hankering behind anything. Any material thing, he is not hankering. No desire for a repulsion from manifestations of modes. illumination, attachment, delusion. This statement implies that. So he has no attraction, even repulsion. Even repulsiveness also doesn't distract. Attraction is okay, but even repulsion also doesn't distract such a person. Not distracted by even repulsion. So as long as we are in this body, naturally we have to act. Okay, so body is very, very active. If you are not doing good things, probably you are doing wrong things. 101% you are doing wrong things. By default, we never do good things. So, if you are not attached to Krishna, you are 101% attached to Maya. And Maya Devi, you know, what is the function of Maya Devi? What you do when you are in Maya? You take any limbs of your body when you are in Maya. Your eyes, your tongue, your ear, your hand, finger, any limb. You take any limb of body when you are in Maya, how they act and what reaction comes. You have eyes. You look at beautiful things. You go to watch movie. You have tongue. You go to eat jalebi fafda. You have eyes. You go to watch movie. You have leg. You go here and there, material picnic. So you are, when you are in Maya, your all body parts are acting in Maya, completely surrendered to Maya. So if you are not surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna, you are surrendered unto Maya. Maya. Ma means na. Ya means hai. मतलब जो नहीं है वो माया है. So Maya is illusion. Maya means illusion. Something which is not, but you can see. And spiritual things, it is original and original. It is there as it is. When you think as they are, it means you are in spiritualism. Engage in devotional service so that identification with the body will be forgotten. So when you are acting in Maya, you are forgetting everything. You think that you are, or everything is Maya. You are completely attached, absorbed in Maya. You think that whatever I am doing, it belongs to me. Karma kand. But when you are in spiritual world, you are performing spiritualism, you attach with the Krishna. You do whatever things keeping center Krishna. Krishna is everything. Then your activity, your karma becomes karma yoga. So in Maya, if you are doing anything, it becomes karma kand. When spiritualism, you are doing something, it becomes karma yoga. Yoga, it means you are attaching your karma with Krishna. You are surrendering the fruits of action unto the lotus feet of Krishna. You are offering the fruits of action to Krishna. Hare Krishna. So next time we'll discuss verse number 22 to 25. Any question we can take? श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।